Felix is a worship leader who is in charge of something brand new along with our staff. And we're going to tell you about how you can be involved and how you can watch and learn. What is this new YouTube channel that's opening up here? It's really cool. Tell us about this, Lorraine Felix.
Yeah, well, it's something very exciting that we started last year. It's relatively new, but it is a new worship channel, if you will, on YouTube that we started. And it's basically a, worship community comprised of, from the prayer room, worshipers that are here already doing sets, right,
Yes.
for the region. And so what we do is, if anybody at any given time has had a song or songs that the Lord has given them, what we do is we bring them from the prayer room into our studio that we have here on site, and then we go through the whole production process, and we just, put that out to release it to the world, right?
So it's, of course, it's polished. We work with the musicians here. We have some quality musicians here.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
really, really great people. And, but then again, there are also amateur musicians who come up and sing unto the Lord, even if it's just like an audience of one.
You're not an amateur.
Well, compared to some of the folks we hear here, oh yeah. So, but I know you've written a lot of songs as well, and it's our good fortune to be able to air them on the International House of Prayer Eastern Gates streaming radio station, The Gate.
Yes.
And your music is there, as well as
Yes.
a couple of other artists that are coming out of IHOP EG. That's coming soon. So what is the name of this YouTube channel that's going to feature music, I sense then, coming from IHOP EG to the world?
So it's basically EG Worship, which stands for Eastern Gate Worship.
Okay.
And you can find us on YouTube. We're also on Instagram. On Instagram, it is IHOP EG Worship _ and the same thing for Facebook.
Okay.
So on all those three platforms.
So when you go to that platform, what does it look like? What do you see? Who do we see there right now? This is all new.
Yeah.
So what do we see when we
So
open up the page?
on the YouTube channel, it's basically you'll see some of the worship leaders that have been here. So for example, Michael D. Pasquale, myself,
Yes.
Casey, and then our latest one, which was amazing, was our pastor and director of the House of Prayer, Gary D. Pasquale, and his wife Donna.
Really?
Which they were amazing, and we can't wait to hear more from them. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't just exclusive to the
No.
The praise and worship
No, it
leaders
is not,
here
no.
at this House of Prayer in this region.
Right.
So let's say we've musicians, worship teams, people who have songs that they've written unto the Lord, but and they're polished and they're trained and they really want to release it.
Right.
Are you saying that it's potentially possible to have them on this same channel? How would that happen?
Yes. So basically, if there's anyone in the region that, whether you belong to a worship team, let's just start there. You belong to a worship team and you would like to come and be a part of what's happening here at the Eastern Gate House of Prayer, you would take on a set, obviously in conjunction with your pastor. You come, here, and then if there are any songs that you would like to release along, on this channel like we have, well, then you would join a set, and then you would go through the production process as well. And this is not just limited to worship teams.
Okay.
It's also limited to, let's say, the person who is not part of a worship team, but you are in your house somewhere alone, you're writing songs and you're singing, or whatever the case may be. You can come and join a set here at the Eastern Gate House of Prayer, and the same thing.
Well,
Would
I know
undergo the
that
production
that
process.
Michael Di Pasquale is
Yes.
one of, along with yourself and a couple of others, but Michael Di Pasquale is a great keyboard player,
Yes.
bassist, guitarist,
Amazing
singer,
songwriter.
amazing
Yeah.
songwriter, and he's been in charge of auditioning, training, and
Yes.
teaching young worship leaders,
Mm-hmm.
amateurs who want to just sing to the Lord, and he helps us through that process. Now, you have to understand, I mean, there is an audition process.
Yes.
We are making joyful noises, yes, but we want to present our very best, don't we? And you want to present your very best unto the Lord, of course. So you've studied to show yourself approved, right? And then in that case, won't you please get in touch with us here, and let's find a way for you to worship unto the Lord. There are available sets. You have to understand that the International House of Prayer Eastern Gate is endeavoring to be 24/7.
Right.
Praying to the Lord, worshiping the Lord. He's worthy. There's more than enough stuff we need to be praying about in these troubled times. Some of these things will be addressed in the return speakers' presentations. But, if you have that song and you want to be a part of what's happening here, there are available times if you pass the audition and allow us. Now, mind you, this has nothing to do with joining a church or
Exactly.
an organization.
Right.
This is like,
This
there's
is
no cost.
regional call, yeah.
You know, what's it going to cost us to be on this thing?
Nothing.
Right, exactly. So Lorraine, you've got some songs. How, as a musician, let's talk about you just for a quick second.
Mm-hmm.
How do you hear from the Lord? How did you know, you know what, that verse should be turned into a song? How did you know that melody was something how did you save it? Are you, do you play trumpet? Do you play harp? I mean, what do you do? How did it work?
No, well, I used to play organ when I was like 7, and then I stopped that. And I really honestly don't play anything right now.
Wait a minute,
at
you're
any,
pastor's wife. You're supposed to play piano. Everybody knows pastors' wives
Right.
play piano.
Nope, don't play piano. I don't
Okay.
play any instruments. So basically, I just, for most of the songs, it's just something that it's part of the creative process. So I guess it has to be something that is in you.
Okay.
You can obviously just write lyrics. There's some people that I know, amazing songwriters, that are not musicians, they're poets. And so it doesn't necessarily have to be tied in. You can collaborate with other people.
Yes.
It just doesn't have to be like you can be a musician, I can be a writer, and then you collaborate. And I think that's where the blessing is, right? Because you can start to appreciate other people's gifts and talents and what the Lord is doing through them as well. And it doesn't become like a one-person thing. It can be, but it's not.
Lorraine Felix,
blessing in that.
when did it start for you? What was the name of the first song that you know the Lord gave you?
I was 15,
Wow.
and it was called Adonai. I've never released it. I still have it. It's somewhere in my back pocket, but yeah.
Well,
So maybe soon. I don't know.
yeah, maybe soon. But you do have some songs. What is the first song you've released on this new YouTube channel called EG Worship at ihopeg.org?
Okay, that one was With Us.
Song
It's
is
called
called
With Us,
With
that the Lord
Us.
is with us. Yeah, in times of, chaos, trials, tribulation, whatever it may be, we can trust and know that the Lord is with us, and
Yeah.
He's processing us, walking with us, and there's nothing for us to fear. So,
Do you perchance know of some of the titles that maybe Michael de Pasquale might have released, or Casey, or some of the others yet?
I can tell you right now. We can look it up.
okay.
But as I'm doing that, I did want to mention so that we don't forget later. But if anyone is interested, we do have an email that if you are interested and it's kind of in the back of your mind, you can send an email to egworship@ihopeg.org, and someone will definitely get back to you with the steps to take if you're interested in something like this.
So you can subscribe to this EG Worship channel
Yes.
by going to YouTube and
Yes.
then typing in what in the search?
EG Worship, EG space worship, and it should come up.
Okay, there it is.
Yep.
And so we have only a handful of things there thus far. But you're going to make that change. You're going to come alongside us, aren't you, as the Lord leads you, and hopefully be a part of this. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've a couple of moments before we get the opportunity to go into the praise and worship room, the main sanctuary
Exciting,
inside. And I'm not 100% sure who our worship team is today. Can anybody
It's from
yell it out?
Agape,
Do you know?
Agape House of Worship.
Oh, wow, good. That's great. They're in this region as well, and their worship team is going to be leading us
Yes.
in worship. Before we hear from Dr. Michael Brown.
Brown.
Did you get a chance, by the way, to hear him this afternoon?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Amazing.
my word, that was
Amazing.
beautiful,
Yeah.
powerful,
Yep.
and I'm just, so you're in for a treat. And of course, you've heard Pastor Bernie Felix and the director Gary de Pasquale invite you to come down and join us this very evening for the worship and to hear Dr. Michael Brown. But you're not going to be able to see it if you're on the YouTube channel or if you're on Facebook, not for this session.
Right.
You may be seeing us now
Exclusively on the
this
app,
way.
yeah.
So you got to get the app, right? And it's not hard. It's free.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the app called again? Let's see. Okay. Let's see. That would be.
I have it right here. It's
IHOP.
IHOP EG.
IHOP. That's it. That's the app, and it's free, and you can be notified about things that are going to be taking place as well. We'll send you push notifications and such. And then, hey, you can see tonight. Download it now. If you haven't downloaded it yet, download it now. You can leave us. It's okay. See ya. But download the app. And Lorraine, give a word of encouragement as we close up. To musicians who are sort of curious and now you've whet their appetite and maybe they're supposed to use their gift for the Lord. Tell them something encouraging. What would the Lord say to them? What would you say to them?
I would just say, don't see this as something like, first of all, we just want to make a disclaimer. This is not a call to leave your church and come join another, like you said,
No
another
way.
church.
Stay in your church,
Right.
please.
This is a regional call for something that the Lord is doing in the region. So our desire and hope and dream is to see the prayer room filled with believers from all over, come together as one, and basically just present your gifts and everything that the Lord has given you to serve the body of Christ and to serve Him, who's our audience of one. So
That's right.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have lots of folks in the prayer room while the ministry and worship is going on. Sometimes just the worship leader
Right.
singing
Yeah.
directly for sure unto the Lord. But no matter what, look at it as I'm a runner, and there's all kinds of running. One such running style is the relay race, where you run your section and then you pass the baton to the next runner who has to continue it. And that's what we're endeavoring to do here at the International House of Prayer Eastern Gate. The Lord is worthy of 24/7 prayer. He's worthy of 24/7 praise. So we're not asking you to leave your congregation. We're merely asking for you to be a relay runner and keep the praise, the fire burning on the altar to the Lord. He's definitely worthy, isn't he? And you know you have a song in you. Lorraine Felix, how do I thank you enough? It's always a joy talking with you, and
Same
you're
here.
really gifted.
Thank you
And so
for
thank you
having me.
very, very much. Okay, download the app and stay with us tonight, okay? We've got a lot in store for you. We're coming to you live from the International House of Prayer Eastern Gate. Lorraine Felix, I'm George Flores.
Bye. Pleasure.
Download the app. We'll be back.